Good evening and welcome to Ignite News on 6 at 6. It's Thursday, September 25th, 2025. I'm Rihanna Nekram. Thanks for joining us. Here are the headlines. President Ali addresses the UN, warning that Guyana will not bow to intimidation in the ongoing border dispute with Venezuela. Speaker of the National Assembly raises concerns over underreported electronic bank fraud and the ongoing threat of cybercrime. Guyana aims to become a major maritime hub, expanding its role in regional and global trade. And the WIN initiative is empowering women across Guyana with vital skills from elderly care to decor and garment training. Guyana will not cower to coercion or intimidation in its ongoing border dispute with Venezuela, President Dr. Irfan Ali told the 80th United Nations General Assembly yesterday. He warned that Caracas' refusal to comply with International Court of Justice orders threatens international peace and undermines the credibility of global law.
Guyana is a small and peaceful state. We have endured repeated threats and aggression from the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela. The territorial controversy between our states is now before the International Court of Justice, which has twice reaffirmed its jurisdiction and which in 2023 issued provisional measures ordering Venezuela to refrain from altering the status quo.
President Ali said Venezuela continues to advance domestic laws and political actions to claim the Essequibo, persisting with unilateral measures that violate international law, UN Charter, and principles of global order. The Essequibo, administered by Guyana under the 1899 Arbitral Award, has long been claimed by Venezuela. In December 2023, Caracas held a referendum asserting sovereignty over the territory and later moved to organize local elections, actions Guyana says breach ICJ rulings, with Venezuela rejecting the court's jurisdiction. Ali cautioned the implications extend beyond Guyana.
If the rights of a small state can be trampled upon and legally binding orders ignored, what protection remains for any nation under international law? Yet, Guyana continues to repose confidence in international law. For us, the principles of sovereignty, territorial integrity, and non-interference are non-negotiable. We will not cower to coercion, intimidation, or unilateral action.
The president further thanked Guyana's international partners and allies for their solidarity. The controversy has grown since the discovery of major offshore oil reserves in 2015, which has turned Guyana into one of the fastest-growing energy producers in the world. Speaker of the National Assembly, Manzoor Nadir, says electronic bank fraud, while serious, remains underreported. He made the remarks after receiving the 2024 Auditor General's report during a ceremony at the Parliament Office in Georgetown. The report covering the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2024, is the seventh he has received during his tenure. Nadir highlighted while the Auditor General addressed issues such as cybercrime and cybersecurity, hacking of bank accounts continues to be a major concern.
Today, this is one of the biggest areas of leakages, fraud, and more particularly as it relates to people getting into bank accounts electronically. I suspect right here in Guyana, our financial institutions get hit regularly, but not reported.
He noted that cybersecurity goes beyond stopping breaches. It also involves tracking funds and identifying system vulnerabilities. Nadir praised the Auditor General and staff for the efficiency and professionalism in preparing the reports.
They are very, very instrumental in improving efficiency in the delivery of government service, and in particular, ensuring that we have maximum benefit for the dollars spent. I note that we now have a Minister of the Public Service, Efficiency and Implementation. So clearly that must have been influenced by these reports.
Nadir said another factor often missed at annual presentations is how the Audit Office of Guyana has improved to tackle emerging sectors, including oil and gas. Guyana is being positioned as a premier maritime hub and transshipment point, with facilities for industrial zones, packaging, container repackaging, and forward shipping, making the country a key player in regional and global trade. This was disclosed by Public Utilities and Aviation Minister Deodat Indar at the opening of the World Maritime Day exhibition at the Providence National Stadium.
That is why a deepwater port has been on the horizon. It is steady work has been done on the deepwater port that we intend to put in the Berbice area. The deepwater port will position Guyana and trade in a way that we have never seen it before. That is why it is now driving the need for more infrastructure to connect Brazil to the shipping port in Berbice.
Ongoing road and bridge construction workers are part of a broader strategy to ensure long-term sustainability of the sector. According to Minister Indar, the infrastructure drive is aimed at guaranteeing that the port will be financially and operationally viable, with sufficient cargo volumes to attract investors.
The global maritime industry itself is on a growth trajectory, projected to exceed 4.2 trillion by 2031. And as trade volume rises, regulation and the need for it also increases. But this aligns with Guyana's own rapid development, where the inflow of larger vessels with higher gross tonnage is already placing surmounting pressure on the infrastructure that we have.
Several exhibitors hailed the event as a step in the right direction.
Being here and present, we wanted to take the opportunity to highlight opportunities that Guyanese can tap into working with SBM Offshore.
This exhibition here and the commemoration of World Maritime Day speaks volumes for us. It says to us that Guyana is on the upward trajectory. It says to us that Guyana recognizes the importance of the maritime industry, and therefore having such an occasion and having such an event brings together so many others from within the industry who are also very passionate about what we do in the maritime industry. And for us, that's training and certification from the level of the ground right up to the officers level. And so we are happy to be a part of this event.
Today, it's been a great pleasure as a unit to be on this exhibition. Now for the next 10 years, this unit has vowed to involve in numerous patrol, also interagency training, and so our waterway could be safe.
World Maritime Day is observed annually to highlight the central role of shipping and seafarers in global trade and ocean stewardship. This year's theme, or Ocean, Obligation or Opportunity, underscores the shared responsibility and potential in protecting maritime environments while advancing sustainable maritime economies. President Dr. Irfan Ali has called on global leaders to accelerate action against climate change, warning the world's moving too slowly to meet targets to halve emissions. Speaking at the 80th United Nations General Assembly on Tuesday, the President stressed that sustainable development goals cannot be achieved without addressing the climate crisis.
Peace, stability, and sustainable development cannot exist in isolation from the urgent need to address climate change, which poses an existential threat to the most vulnerable and to our shared future. Guyana repeats the call for accelerated, unified global action to limit global warming. We continue to match our words with actions, protecting our forests, investing in sea and river defenses, improving drainage and irrigation, and restoring mangrove ecosystems to protect our people, our land, our livelihoods, and our planet.
The President also highlighted Ghana's success in combining economic growth with environmental stewardship, noting it was the first country certified under the REDD+ Environmental Excellence Standard and a successful seller of carbon credits. He further pointed to the recent Global Biodiversity Alliance Summit held in Georgetown, which brought together over 140 countries to advance climate strategies, national development plans, and financial frameworks. Ali urged the international community to provide predictable, accessible climate finance, support adaptation and resilience, and embrace nature-based solutions. The President also addressed international issues, highlighting the ongoing embargo against Cuba and its designation as a state sponsor of terrorism.
The time has come for a frank conversation on Cuba, one that would lead to the prosperity of its people, optimizing the full potential Cuba offers to its people and the rest of the world. Central to this dialogue is a lifting of the embargo on Cuba and its removal from the list as a state sponsor of terrorism.
President Ali concluded by emphasizing the need for collective action to promote democracy, good governance, and the right of all nations to determine the government through free and fair elections. When we return, the 19th Berbice Expo opens with 180 exhibitors, and a $300 million solar grid brings 24-hour electricity to Batavia Village. Don't go away.
Fuel it up and drive, super 95. Tune up, fuel it up and drive, super 95. Tune up. Protect your fuel system, boy. High mileage and performance, boy.
Guy Oil's Super 95 gasoline gives you more reasons to drive and is available at 56 service stations nationwide. For affordable price, high performance, and high mileage, choose Guy Oil's Super 95 gasoline.
Fuel it up and drive.
Welcome back. Berbice Expo 2025 is officially underway, bringing together businesses, government, and the community to celebrate innovation and economic growth. The 19th Berbice Exposition and Trade Fair was officially launched on Wednesday, setting the stage for one of the region's largest business showcases. Some 180 exhibitors are expected to participate when the expo officially opens from October 31st to November 3rd, 2025, under the theme Harnessing New Wealth, Modernizing Traditional Sectors for Sustainable Economic Development. President of the Central Quarantine Chamber of Commerce, Punai Bigrup, highlighted the expo's significance, noting that more than 30,000 persons pass through the event each year.
This year, we expect nothing less. To our patrons, I encourage you to explore the booths, support our local businesses, and take pride in the innovation and resilience of our people. Your presence ensures that this exposition continues to thrive. The Berbice Expo is not just an event, it's a living demonstration of Guyana's entrepreneurial spirit, resilience, and vision for the future. By harnessing our new wealth and modernization, our traditional sectors, we can create not just for Region 6, but all of Guyana, where progress is not fleeting, but sustainable and inclusive. Together, government, private sector, and community, we can ensure the commitment of today to build prosperity of tomorrow.
He further revealed that this year's proceeds will go toward the construction of a shed at the Rose Hall Estate Ground in East Kanji, where the event will be hosted, along with the development of a play park in collaboration with the Rose Hall Tong Nursery School. Delivering remarks at the launch, Senior Minister in the Office of the President, with responsibility for finance and public service, Dr. Ashley Singh, urged residents and businesses to capitalize on the opportunity.
This is a wonderful opportunity to showcase Berbice entrepreneurship and entrepreneurial capacity, and I urge you to take advantage of that opportunity and put Berbice entrepreneurship on show for the rest of Guyana at this very important occasion.
The Berbice Expo brings together government, the private sector, and the community in a celebration of innovation, culture, and economic growth. Prime Minister Brigadier Retired Mark Phillips on Wednesday commissioned a $300 million solar grid in Batavia Village, Region 7, bringing 24-hour renewable electricity to the hinterland community for the first time. Launched in 2021 and implemented by CNOOC Petroleum Ghana Limited in partnership with the government, the project replaces diesel generation with clean solar power under the Low Carbon Development Strategy 2030. The installation includes an 81-kilowatt microgrid at Greenfield, a 24.2 kilowatt system at Arian Island, and 51 solar home systems of 2.2 kilowatts each, electrifying more than 125 households. Phillips described the project as a milestone marked by light opportunity and sustainable progress, noting its transformative impact on daily life. Schools and health facilities can now operate more effectively, while families benefit from security and dignity through reliable electricity. The Prime Minister commended CNOOC, the Hinterland Electrification Company, Inc., and the Ghana Energy Agency, stressing that the project demonstrates the government's commitment, including Amerindian communities, in national development. Batavia's system is the second major solar installation in Kayuni, Mazuruni, complementing Bartica's 1.5 megawatt farm. By 2026, 41 additional solar projects are planned across 9 regions for advancing equitable, sustainable energy access. The Ministry of Human Services and Social Security, through its Women's Innovation and Investment Network, WIN, continues to open doors of opportunity for women across Guyana. In Region 6, participants recently completed specialized training under the Care for the Elderly program, one of 3 courses held simultaneously, alongside decor and garment construction. Facilitator Sonia Rupnaran explained that each program accommodates 25 participants, drawn from across Upper Currentine, New Amsterdam, and surrounding communities.
On completion of the program, each participant, after passing an evaluation, would be given a certificate. With those certificates, especially for the course that I'm leading, which is Care the Elderly, they would be able now to apply if they want to get into a healthcare field. They can use that as leverage. Also, if they want to do jobs within the community to take care of elderly people, they can use it to say they have basic knowledge in caring for elderly.
For many participants, the training held both personal and professional significance. Participant Berbice said she enrolled to better care for a 77-year-old uncle.
I'm taking care of an elderly uncle, so I was glad to learn more about it. So that is why I enrolled for this course, to learn more how to take care of him because he's 77 years old. And I enjoy this program because Miss teaches us a lot that I didn't know about.
Another participant, Danmati Mohabir, said the skills will allow her to assist others in local communities.
It will benefit me to go out in the field, look at the old people them that's in bed, check with them, make sure the pressure, the sugar.
Meanwhile, baby Arjun expressed gratitude for the knowledge gained, linking it to her dream of becoming a nurse.
We learn about how to care for elderly in different ways, how to make the bed, depends the condition they have. I've learned a lot from this course because I want to go into nursing. So it's going to help me by getting the certificate to apply for nursing.
Through WIN, dozens of women are now equipped with marketable skills that can enhance their livelihoods while addressing real community needs. An assistant accountant at the Guyana Elections Commission, Dikembe Gittins, has been charged with stealing more than $5 million in cash intended for election workers. Gittins, charged of undermining Parfait Harmony West Bank Demerara, was arrested on Monday and appeared Thursday before Magistrate Fabio Azor at the Georgetown Magistrates Court. He was charged with larceny by clerk or servant under Section 184 of the Criminal Law Offences Act. He was not required to enter a plea. Bail was refused and the matter has been adjourned to October 15th for a report. Police said alleged theft occurred between September 15 and 16 at the GECOM headquarters at Barak on 4th Street, Kingston. Investigators recovered a portion of the missing funds from Gittins, describing it as a small fraction of the total. The investigation began after an internal reconciliation of petty cash revealed discrepancies in funds allocated for polling day staff in Region 4. Payments included $100,000 for presiding officers, $80,000 for assistant presiding officers, and $70,000 for poll clerks and other election personnel. Several Finance Department employees were questioned as part of the probe, with most released on $50,000 bail. Gittins remains in custody as police continue to determine the full extent of the alleged theft and identify any additional persons involved. When we come back, a tragic accident on the Soesdijk-Linden Highway leaves 2 dead and 1 injured. And locally in sports, Luseland Golf Club's Anasha Ali begins her 2nd term as president.
Your business is built on hard work, vision, and the drive to succeed. At GBTI, we understand what it takes to grow. That's why we offer Grow, a small business service designed to help your business expand, adapt, and reach its full potential. From new opportunities to new milestones, we're here to support you every step of the way. Grow from GBTI. Progress starts here.
You're watching Ignite News on 6 at 6. Thanks for staying with us. We begin with the tragic Soesdijk-Linden Highway accident that claimed 2 lives and left another seriously injured. 2 men are dead and another seriously injured following a crash on the Soesdijk-Linden Highway near Loo Creek around midnight. The accident involved a motor pickup PAE 6499 driven by 50-year-old Dat Tai Lee of Latem and a parked lorry JH 5391 left on the road by 31-year-old Liston Marcus of Rumvelt, Georgetown. Dat Tai Lee, a passenger 87-year-old Edward Singh, were pronounced dead on arrival at Linden Hospital Complex. Another passenger, 41-year-old Wen Wu Lee, was admitted in serious condition. Police said the lorry had broken down and was parked facing north without warning signs. The northbound pickup collided with the rear of the lorry at speed. The victims were pulled from the wreck by police and passerbys. The bodies are at Memorial Gardens Funeral Home pending postmortems. Marcus remains in police custody assisting with the investigation. Locally in sports, the Luzon Golf Club has re-elected Anasha Ali as president during its annual general meeting on Sunday, reaffirming her leadership for a second consecutive term. Ali made history last year as the club's first female president and was returned unopposed. In her address, she thanked members for the support, reflecting on achievements and challenges over her first year in office. She highlighted priorities for the year ahead, including drainage, pest control, and course maintenance, while pledging to expand membership, particularly among women and young people. Ali also emphasized strengthening community engagement as a key part of the club's growth strategy. The newly elected executive committee includes Vice President Troy Cadogan, Club Captain Ayub Saban, Secretary Ched Bowling, Treasurer Azruddin Shaw, Assistant Secretary Treasurer Joseph Saplaki, Public Relations Officer Dr. Joan Dio, and Ground Superintendent Brian Hackett. Ali's re-election marks an important chapter for the Luzon Golf Club as it continues to cement its role in Ghana's sporting landscape. In international sports, Nottinghamshire have claimed the county championship title, ending Surrey's bid for a fourth consecutive crown. Division 1 leaders secured the 2 points they needed by reaching 300 in their first innings against Warwickshire, marking their first championship triumph since 2010. Hasib Hamid, enjoying a stellar 2025 season, once again starred at Trent Bridge, bringing up his fourth century of the campaign. After Hamid fell for 122 with a score at 218 for 5, South African wicketkeeper Kyle Verryn's composed half-century pushed Nottinghamshire past the 300-run mark, earning the crucial batting bonus points and confirming Surrey could no longer catch them. Nottinghamshire's rise has been remarkable. Just last year, under Hamid's first season as captain, they only avoided relegation in the final round, and 5 years earlier they were relegated without a single victory. The East Midlands side now celebrates a dramatic turnaround, securing their first county championship in 15 years. Coming up after the break, a major digital push in Caribbean education and the latest on the deadly Dallas ICE attack, including new details on the shooter's plan and political motives. Stay with us. Welcome back. We begin with a report on the digital transformation of technical and vocational education in the Caribbean. 4 CARICOM member states, Barbados, Grenada, Jamaica, and Trinidad and Tobago, are piloting the digitalization of TVET delivery project, aimed at modernizing technical and vocational education across the region. The initiative, supported by the CARICOM Secretariat, Brazil, the European Union, and Germany's GIZ, seeks to develop a regional digital platform to expand access to skills training in trades and professions. From August 23rd to 31st, Brazil's National Service for Industrial Training hosted a workshop in Guyana for instructional designers from each country. The training focused on integrating multimedia, artificial intelligence, and innovative educational technologies into TVET curricula, strengthening digital and online learning capabilities. Project manager Dr. Denise Tony James called the project a game changer, highlighting its potential to prepare educators and learners for a digital society. Participants noted benefits including increased flexibility, interactivity, and global opportunities, with Jamaica's Matthew Bancroft pointing to its promise for culinary education. The project supports the Caribbean Association of National Training Agencies and aligns with CARICOM's Human Resource Development 2030 strategy, aiming to create a modern integrated education system for the region. In international news, we now bring you the latest details on the deadly attack at the Immigration and Customs Enforcement Field Office in Dallas yesterday morning, which left 2 victims dead and 1 injured. Federal officials have identified the shooter as 29-year-old Joshua John. Investigators say John left behind a handwritten note vowing to bring, quote, real terror to ICE agents. He also searched apps tracking ICE officers and downloaded Homeland Security facility documents in the weeks leading up to the attack. The FBI confirms John fired indiscriminately, killing 1 detainee and critically wounding 2 others before taking his own life. One of the injured is a Mexican national. Recovered bullets were engraved with anti-ICE messages, and officials say the evidence shows significant pre-attack planning.
Rounds that were found near the suspected shooter contain messages that are anti-ICE in nature.
We know this person was politically motivated. Look, just because we don't support illegal aliens, we don't want them to be executed by violent assassins engaged in political violence either.
While no officers were hurt, Homeland Security is calling the incident an attack on law enforcement. President Donald Trump has since condemned the attack, writing in a social media post that ICE officers are facing unprecedented threats from what he called deranged radical leftists, and urged support from the brave men and women of ICE. ICE facilities nationwide have since been placed on heightened alert. And finally this evening, on the other side of the world, Super Typhoon Rugasa continues to wreak havoc across East Asia, leaving dozens dead and thousands displaced as nations scramble to recover from the powerful storm. In Taiwan, at least 14 people have died after a natural dam in Hualien County collapsed, releasing 68 million tons of water. Rescue teams are still searching for missing residents and widespread flooding and landslides that destroyed homes and infrastructure. The Philippines also reported 11 fatalities as Rugasa, a Category 5 equivalent storm, battered northern regions. Southern China faced massive disruption with more than 2 million people evacuated in Guangdong province.
淹水那个玻璃已经被泥土盖了，水都盖冲了，冲走1楼都被淹水了，门都打不开。然后我弟弟就把玻璃打破掉去救我妈妈。
Cities including Shenzhen, Guangzhou, and Zhuhai saw flooding and blocked roads, prompting urgent cleanup operations. Hong Kong has resumed international flights, though schools and kindergartens remain closed. Meanwhile, in Macau, storm surges left streets submerged. The Rugasa has weakened into a tropical storm as it moves toward Vietnam. Authorities warn that heavy rain and strong winds could continue to cause damage. Emergency teams in Vietnam are securing dams, hospitals, and fishing vessels, preparing for potential flooding and landslides. Officials caution that the danger is far from over as cleanup continues and communities across the region face a long road to recovery. And that's all for this evening of Ignite News on 6 at 6. For more stories, visit ignitenews.com or follow us on social media. Thanks for watching. I'm Rihanna Nekram. See you tomorrow for more Ignite News.